Okay, so I had the camera out and was doing some other stuff, and I thought I'd do a real quick down and dirty video on how I'm feeding the baby angelfish, or, well, any kind of fry for that matter. What you're looking at here is, and if you look back through some of my videos, you'll see some more in depth on these, but I'm sure most of you all know how to put together these guys. It's just a 2-liter Pepsi / Coke / whatever bottle. You cut the base of it off, cork the top. I have it set at, what is it, 1 1/4 quarts, or 5 cups. Or 1 1/4 liters. That's where that little line is right there. And basically clean it up real good, fill it up to the line, and then I bring it back over here to this little 20-gallon setup here, or 10-gallon setup, excuse me, little 10-gallon setup. There are some of the Philippine blue babies in there. Actually, not so much babies anymore. They're quite a few months old now. And what I've done is I just took a piece of styrofoam, kind of wedged it in there, and compartmentalized this this little end section here. The heater is in that section, and that way it kind of keeps the heat, gives it a little boost in this area, and it's just enough room to set 2 of these 2 liters side by side. See the air coming across, and a 4-gang valve to control the air, and I just drop these little guys down in here once they're filled up to that line, and I add this. This is what I initially was using, was the who is it? It's a salt, the aquarium. Oh, Jungle Aquarium salt. There it is, right there. Jungle Aquarium salt. That's what I initially used and spent more money on, but I have since found that just go to your local supermarket. You have Publix, Bilo, A&P, Piggly Wiggly, whatever, and just pick up some ice cream salt, rock salt, that you make ice cream with. Morton's got a box of it. It's like $1 or $2 or whatever for a box of this stuff, and I just use one of these old containers or whatever. I fill it up with that, and I mean, it's, you know, save your money. It's no different. So you just use that regular rock salt. These 2 little containers here, which are old Mentos containers, has got some baking soda, just regular old baking soda, Arm & Hammer baking soda, which is to bring the pH, because we have really soft water here. And I use it to bring the pH up in the water a little bit and harden it a little bit. And the other one has some magnesium, or no, potassium, something or other. It's Epsom salts, and that's to give it a little more bite in the water. As I said, we have extremely soft water around here. If you live in one of those parts of the country, like the rest of the country, where you have harder water, you don't need to deal with those 2. It would just be the salt you deal with. But at any rate, I add the salt and minerals to the water. Stick a little air hose down in there. What I'm doing as of late is I use these Lee's ends on them. It's got a little valve and stuff. That way I can adjust the airflow on them there, and it helps to weigh it down, to take it down to the bottom of the container also. And then of course I can fine tune with the with the gang valve. And these two slide in here, and I always keep two running at once, usually staggered by a day. Takes about 24 hours for the eggs to hatch. So I add my chemicals, get the water at temperature, and then just add my eggs, and 24 hours or thereabouts, I have my spawn of baby brine shrimp, which I bring over here to feed to these little guys. And you can see I got a whole batch of them in there right now. This was an emergency quick save of this fry right here. The two angels had spawned during one of the downlight periods of the day, and I happened to be sitting in the chair when the lights came back on at like 5 or something like that. All the other angels rushed over there to have a feast on the eggs, so I had to scare them all off, and I just basically took a net and scraped the glass with the net, or just scooped up as many as I could with the net and tried to catch as many of them in the net as I could, and then just set this thing up real quick and dumped them in here. I didn't think I was going to get anything out of it, but obviously I got a lot more than I thought, because there's quite a few of them in there. So when it comes time to feeding, I pulled the tube out of the little 2-liter container, let it settle down. I usually take one of these or some sort of light source and set it down low here towards the base of, down there, towards the base, because they are attracted to the light. So they all kind of congeal down at the very bottom by the neck. And then I grab a little turkey baster, which is put together, and I drop that down in there, and get it right in the heart of where all the babies are, and suck them up. And then I take just a little old styrofoam cup with one of these coffee 4-cup or 8-cup or whatever coffee filters, permanent coffee filters. Try to find the ones with the finest holes in them, in the netting or in the material, so you can see how fine the netting is on this. And just spill the babies in there, rinse them off with a little bit of fresh water, and then I'll spill them into another cup, usually something like this or whatever you got, and then I will draw them up with this guy, which is a meat, turkey / meat, whatever, injector. And the needle basically stays punctured through the lid of the styrofoam lid or foam rubber lid of that thing, and you can see it coming out right down. Oops, get my finger in here, right there. That's where the needle's coming into it through the bottom of it. And I just screw this guy on after I've sucked up the babies. You can see some of them still in the bottom of that. I hadn't completely evacuated that one yet. And squirt them down into this little jar in here. So the fry has a little compartmentalized area there that they could eat in peace. And all these other babies that are on the outside, which are much older, which would love to get in there and eat the fry, can't get to them. So everybody's happy. Everybody's got their little area to live, their little biotope to live in. At any rate, thought I'd do a real quick on that. I know I'm rambling once again. So that's how I feed my babies their baby brine shrimp. Everybody have a great day. Talk to you soon.